Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be trying out a new homebrew game that was sent to me by someone named Martin Page. And it's a game that is apparently a sequel to, I think, a type-in program that he had created for a magazine back in the day, back in the 80s. So today I'm going to be trying it out. We're going to take a look at it and see how it looks. So if you're interested in checking out a new homebrew game for the Sinclair Spectrum computer, then stick around and we'll take a look at it right now. But first I need to change into my Sinclair Spectrum shirt. Alright, so I've got my Sinclair shirt on. I'm ready to go take a look at this homebrew game for the Sinclair Spectrum, and it is called Return to Long Shadows. And I'll just bring over the itch.io page here, right here. So here it is here. It's called Return to Long Shadows, and it is by Martin Page. And if you're interested in checking it out, then just head over to the itch.io page, and I'll put a link in the description, of course. And if you do decide to download it, be sure to consider giving a donation to the author. It's always good to support people making games for these cool retro systems. So let's go ahead and take a look at the instructions for Return to Long Shadows, or rather the description for Return to Long Shadows. So here it says, and I'll just zoom in a bit in case you guys want to read along with me, and you can see the screenshots here. It says, back in the 1980s, I wrote several games for the Sinclair ZX Spectrum. They were all published by Sinclair User Magazine, either as a type-in or cassette tape that came with the magazine. First of these, Forest of Long Shadows, is still mentioned favorably in Sinclair forums today. Therefore, after 37 years, well, we're all getting old, aren't we? I decided to write a follow-up to Forest, which is the game that you see here. So the first game was called Forest of Long Shadows, and this one is called Return to Long Shadows, which makes sense. It says the new game is for 1 to 3 players, but it's just as playable as a solo game, which is good because that's exactly how I'm going to be playing it, as a solo player. I had originally intended it to be for up to 4 players, but it used up a bit too much memory in our beloved ZX Spectrum. Anyway, the game, you are warrior/wizards, equally adept at combat and spell casting. Okay, cool. The game is set on 3 levels. The further you delve, the more dangerous the foes that you'll meet. The game map and everything else about it is randomly generated, so you'll get a different layout to the board each time you play. This is not an arcade game. You have to work out your strategy, taking into account the various attributes you have. These can all be enhanced or reduced in gameplay. Look out for fountains, where you'll enhance your magic points, and also guilds, where you'll learn new spells. Okay, spells are always cool. You'll start with 7 spells learnt already, but as you'll see, these can get used together with your magic points sooner than you'd like. So, does that mean the spells can only be used once, or you have to gather them each time you want to use one? I'm not sure, but I'm guessing we'll find out as we play the game. And it says you'll meet up to 30 nasties in the game and encounter various locations, including towers and portals, to name only 2. The aim of the game is to complete one of the 5 quests and return to the city location, which you'll have to find. The quests are, so here's the different quests. Okay, let's go ahead and read them. So it says 1, amass 500 experience points. 2, visit the White Cave. 3, acquire the Shield of Kandos. 4, slay the Death Fiend. 5, visit 2 of the 4 castles in the game. Which one would I choose, I wonder? Hard to say. Incidentally, in the short video above, our hero got lucky. Believe me, you can get killed very easily. So there is a video here that you can go ahead and watch if you want to see what the game is about, maybe instead of and or in addition to watching my video. But I'm just going to keep reading here. And it says, yeah, so the hero got lucky. You can get killed very easily. Thankfully, you have 5 lives at the start of the game, which means 4 resurrection spells have been cast on you. There is a resurrection spell you can learn in the game to enhance this attribute. The downloadable zip file has the main game in it, plus a 12-page rulebook. Okay, what seasoned gamer doesn't like a good rulebook to get stuck into? Okay, I'm not that big on reading rules for games, but I guess I'm probably going to have to for this one. The game is free to download. A small donation is optional. Hope you like the game. Martin Page, July 2023. And here you go. Here's a link to download the game at a name your own price. And of course, feel free to make a donation if you like. It's always encouraging for the authors to help them be motivated to make more games. All right, so I've already got the game on my computer, and let's go ahead and take a look at the instructions first of all, which is right here. So you can see there are 12 pages in this instruction book, and I'm not going to read all 12 pages right now, but we're going to read a bit of it. So let's take a look at the beginning. It says, Return to Long Shadows, a fantasy role-playing game for 1 to 3 players for the 48K Sinclair ZX Spectrum, written by Martin Page. Many years have passed since you first braved the Forest of Long Shadows. Now it has grown. The forest is bigger, and there are now 3 levels to explore. A new world of the Forest of Long Shadows, a second level which is similar to the first, entered via portals, and a nether world where the denizens are dark and deadly. So it looks like a quite comprehensive game here. I'm not sure what I'm getting into. Okay, you are the warrior/wizards who are equally adept at spell casting and combat. Once the program has loaded, you will be required to press the space key. There are lots of random elements in this game, and it appears that the ZX Spectrum emulators will display the same map, attributes, etc. each time you load the program. Pressing the space key is a workaround to run the program as if you were playing on a real Spectrum computer. Okay? Selecting players. Oh, that's cool. After this process, you'll have to wait a couple of minutes while the game sets itself up. The good thing about this is that the board is different from one game to another. Okay, good. I like randomness in a game. If you're playing because that helps obviously with replayability, if you're playing the game on an emulator, it's worth selecting maximum speed to get past this bit. All right. When this process has completed and you've set the emulator back to normal speed, you will be asked to name your characters, up to 7 letters each, upper and lower case. You will then be required to choose your head, number 1 to 6 below. Okay, so these are the heads right here. Wonder which one I would choose. Which one looks like me? This will be displayed on the screen when it's your turn. It will then ask you to choose your quest 1 to 5, which we just read. There is nothing to stop you duplicating the character name or head number, but that would be a bit silly. So I guess that's referring to if you're playing with more than one player at a time, you might not want to duplicate the name and the icon for the character, the avatar. Duplicating a quest is fine, as some players will want to do the same one. Okay, so these are the different heads I can choose in the game once it loads up. These are the 5 different quests we just read. And then there's some more instructions here. And I think we'll save these instructions until we get the game screen loaded, so they'll make more sense. Oh, here's the game screen right here. Return to Long Shadows, Martin Page 23, 2020. Okay, so these are the attributes on the left here, it looks like. Here's a little graphic of the map location, I guess, where we are, with a description, Zobstrong Castle. And here are the spells, it looks like here. So each spell is represented by a letter of the alphabet, and I'm guessing this number below it indicates how many of those spells I currently have available to cast. And then my actions are over here on the right: fight, magic, inventory, SVLD, I guess save, load, quit, and wait, north, south, east, west, up, down, MR70, not sure what MR means. Kobolds, maybe that's the enemy that has been encountered in this sample screen here. Any more pictures? So lots of text that I guess I'll need to read. These are, looks like, the spells here. Spells, non-combat, J to T, so their reference letter is J to T. Magic points to cast in brackets. So there's different spells here we can cast. Mega Jump, it costs 7 magic points. Enables the caster to teleport up 1 level. Path Twist enables a wizard to open up a path in a corresponding location where the message had been shown path blocked. Disappear enables the caster to be invisible for 6 turns. And so there's various other spells here. Lots of spells, actually. And if we go down... Oh, what's this? The combat screen will open up on the right side of the screen, and once initiated, you sit back and watch your fate unfold. So this is the combat screen, I guess. The Wizard and Sorcerer. Warning. This game is written in Sinclair Basic. If you inadvertently press the break key by mistake, please don't. Just type go to 560 and it should get you back on track. Okay. And what does it say about the Wizard and Sorcerer here? These folks will occasionally throw a combat spell in your general direction. This will happen at the start of combat, and its effects will be reflected in the initial combat round. I guess the Wizard and Sorcerer are enemies in the game. Denizens. You've already heard about some of the bad folks you'll meet in the text above, but rather than spoil it for you, you'll have to wait and see who you might encounter on your travels. What can be stated here is that there are 30 different nasties that you could meet in the game. The Death Fiend can be found in the Netherworld. Okay. Incidentally, a Moo Badger is a mutant badger. Okay, good to know. So this Death Fiend, I know, is one of the quests. You have to defeat this guy, and it's good to know where to find him in the Netherworld here. All right. Here's some playing tips. The easiest quest is number 1. So what is quest number 1? Quest number 1, amass 500 experience points. Okay. The easiest quest is number 1, providing you don't get killed 5 times because you have 5 lives on your travels. You could just wander around level 1, fight some bad guys, and win. Okay, maybe I'll try that. Quest number 5 will require you to find 2 castles, which could be anywhere on levels 1 and 2. Quest numbers 2, 3, and 4 will mean exploring the Netherworld, but resist the temptation to get there early in the game. You'll need to bolster up your attributes and experience before you venture to level 3. Okay, good to know. So maybe I should start with level 1 then. The higher strength points, the better, and it will make you a better fighter. Also, look out for fountains. They'll enhance your ability in casting spells, plus guilds where you learn new spells. All right, what's this say? Back in the 80s, I had 5 of my games published in Sinclair User Magazine. One of these games was also published in another computer magazine. Forest of Long Shadows, Your Sinclair Digitape, Goblin Mountain, Portals of, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, The 7 Parchments of Kandos, The Lost City. Cool. All right. Fast forward 34 years later, after not using my Spectrum at all in that time, I decided to write an even bigger game incorporating elements from Forest, Goblin, and Portals. Players who've encountered the first 3 of my games will see some of those elements utilized in Return to Long Shadows. Have fun. Martin Page, June 2023. Now so here's a blank page for players' notes, and the final page here is a list of all the magic spells that are available in the game, and so it looks like they're numbered or lettered from A to T, and so these are all the spells in the game along with their magic cost to use. CNC. I'm not sure what CNC means here. So here's the name of the spells: Fireball, Teleport, Fear, etc. Description: kills skeletons, kills wights, damage to foe, teleport away from combat. Okay, so that's a quick look at the instructions, which I'm just going to keep handy over here next to me. And let's go ahead and fire up the emulator and start the game. So I'm going to be using the ZX Spin emulator here. And I'll just zoom in, window size. Okay, so I've never actually, believe it or not, I've never actually loaded a game into an emulator. So this will be a first time for me. And I'm just going to try and figure it out here. So if I go to File, Load File, I'm guessing, and then my file is here. return ls.tap. All right, so there, I guess my file is loaded, and it says press space, and now it says reading data, creating board. So I'm going to take the author's advice and bump up the emulator speed to maximum here to get past all this setup. So I'll go to tools, emulation full speed. All right, preparing map make. Thanks for waiting. No, okay, so we're done. So now I'll put the emulation back down to regular speed, which is 3.5 megahertz. No, I'll just turn off this full speed option here. Okay, good. So it should be back on 3.5 megahertz. How many players? 1. Enter player name. 7 letters. Sir J. So that should be 7 letters. Choose head. Okay. Where are my heads? Well, I guess I have to choose my head from the instruction sheet here. So where are the heads? Okay, here are the heads. I'll choose this goofy looking guy here, head number 4. So I'll type 4. Choose your quest, and I'll choose 1. And there we go, it's drawing the screen. And I'll just move this down a bit. Alright, so there's my screen. So now I'm going to just refer to my instructions here. And my quest is to amass 500 experience points. So it says at the top left is my player number. So here it says 1, so that's my player number. Obviously, if you have more than one player playing the game at the time, that would be useful to know what your player number is. And my name is here, Sir J. Here's my avatar, a little goofy headed guy there. Quest number 1, turns 1, level 1. And according to the instructions, it says under your head is your invisibility status. See disappear spell. So here it says IN. So this is somehow indicating my invisibility status, I guess. So I'll see what that means. So the instructions say the disappear spell enables the caster to be invisible for 6 turns. This will limit any interaction in special locations. So I'm not sure what that is going to look like once I use that invisibility spell. But the invisibility spell is, which number is that? So invisibility is, oh, it's actually called disappear. So the disappear spell is L on my list here. So L is here. So I don't have any disappear spells available right now, so I can't make myself disappear, which is fine. So I'm just going to change the view a little bit here so I can see it a bit better. Okay, so now what else do I need to do here? It says also shown is your quest number. Yep, quest number right there. Turn number and the geographical level that you are on, 1 to 3. Okay, yep. At the top right is the status of quests 2 to 5. Quest 2 to 5, WKDC. So quest 2 is visit the White Cave, so that must be why it has a W there. Quest 3 is acquire the Shield of Kandos, so there's a K for Kandos, I'm guessing. 4 is slay the Death Fiend, so D is for Death Fiend. 5, visit 2 of the 4 castles, and C for castles. Okay, so yeah, so if I guess if I continue to play this game, it'll keep track of the different quests that I complete along the way. So I guess you could complete all the quests in one game if you want to. Let's see what else it says here. It says whether or not you have chosen the quest, it will still indicate if you have technically achieved it. Okay, that's cool. I like games that include kind of statuses of different quests or tasks or accomplishments you can achieve within the game, because now I have something to shoot for. I know kind of what I can do, what my different quests are if I choose to do them. So it makes the game more interesting to have some idea of what your possible quests are, what your accomplishments are. So I like that feature. And you'll notice, so I'm going to be reviewing this game, and I'm pretty hard on games when I review them, although I'm not too hard on homebrew games because they're not professional games, they're homebrew games. So the first thing I can say about this game is, obviously the graphics are not professional level, modern, fancy graphics, but I'm not expecting fancy graphics in a homebrew game, and I don't expect a game to require fantastic graphics in order to be fun. In fact, graphics are probably the least important element as far as a game being fun, in my opinion. Maybe second only to sound, although it's kind of nice to have good sound in a game as well. But even though the graphics are not super detailed, which you can't really get that detailed on a Sinclair Spectrum to begin with, they're very well laid out, I would say. So at the top, you have your kind of a heads-up display, which shows you the status of your character and the different quests and so forth. On the left, you have your attributes. In the middle, you have your graphical screen. On the right, there are the actions, and the spells are shown on the screen here. One thing I would suggest, I don't know if it's possible if there's enough memory or whatever, or it might even be in the game, I'm not sure. But one thing I think would be interesting is to be able to press a key and have it show you all the different spells and the name of the spells and what they do and how many of those spells you have available, so you don't have to refer back to the instructions to figure out what these spells do. Although it's kind of neat to have to do that as well, because back in the day when we were playing these games on these computers that didn't have a lot of memory, that's what you had to do. You had to refer back to the booklet and see what you were supposed to do, and it was kind of cool. So it's just a suggestion, but it's certainly not needed, because you can look up these things, and it actually might make it even a bit more fun to look up these things, because even though these spells are indicated just by a simple letter of the alphabet, which you might think, well, that's not very fancy, why not have a graphic indicating, a fireball for a fireball spell or whatever. But this way, since the graphics are so simplistic, that gives each of these characters even more importance, I think. So that, let's say if the H, I want to see what the H spell is, I can look up over on my list here. So the H spell, for example, is Life Drain, drains 50% MR. I don't know what MR is, but I haven't read all the instructions yet, so that's okay. So if I do ever get some numbers under H, then I'll be able to drain some life, which will be good. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and read some more of the instructions so I know what I'm supposed to do here. To win the game, the player must visit the city location on level 1. So I'm on level 1. I don't know where the city is. And in fact, I don't even know how to move yet, but that's okay. So I need to go back to the city location in level 1 after achieving my quest. All right. It says the letter C up here will have a number from 0 to 4. So C is the castle's quest. So this number beside the C will indicate how many castles I've visited in the game so far. So it says you have 5 lives at the start of the game, as you have 4 resurrection points in your attributes. Where is that? Resurrection points in my attributes. Oh, I guess that's here. RES is probably resurrection, and I have 4. All right. So I can resurrect myself 4 times. If you lose or die in combat, you will be teleported to another location on that level. And it says these attribute points are generated randomly, and they are magic, strength, agility, experience, resurrection, and hit points, and ESA iStone adds. iStone adds. What's that iStone add? More on that later. I want to know about it now. Attributes can change in various ways in the course of the game. Okay, that's to be expected. To the right of that is the current location on the map. If this is a special location, it will be detailed accordingly. Okay, so I see my map location here. There's no description under it just yet, but I think it will show a description as I start playing. If the location is a portal, a down staircase will be shown. Okay. There is no corresponding up stairway on the level below, although there is occasional up stairway elsewhere on levels 2 and 3, again with no corresponding down stairway. Not sure exactly what that means, but okay. I'll look out for stairways going either up or down. Below that, there are 20 spells that can be learned, A to T. Yep, so here are the spells that I can learn, and we took a look at those on the list earlier. The number below the letter designates the number of that particular spell you have learnt. New spells can be learnt by visiting one of the 10 guilds scattered around levels 1 and 2. Once a spell is cast, it is decremented on this scale. So I can only use a spell however many times are shown in the numbers below it there. The main menu is on the right of this. One is fight another player. So it says fight another player, so I don't know if that means another human player or a computer player. 2, magic. Casting non-combat spells, J to T. Non-combat spells. Oh, so magic is for casting non-combat spells, which are indicated as J through T. Alright, so I guess A through I must be combat spells then. Might be good to separate them into combat and non-combat spells if that is important in the game. 3 is inventory. This will show what special items you have acquired in the Netherworld, level 3. Oh, so that only refers to level 3? Okay. Save or load a game or quit. Wait at a location rather than move. North, south, east, west, up, down is self-explanatory. Yes, it is. And below that is an area used for combat with denizens or players. And also at the very bottom right will be shown players at the current location. The general message screen is to the left of this. Okay, so this is the general message screen. And then over here, we're going to see details about combat, as well as details about other players that are currently playing the game, which there are none at the moment. And it says finally here, if you're using an emulator, then you don't have the save option, as it can cause some odd results. Or it says don't use the save option. Emulators probably have a save game option already for you. Yeah, I can just save it using the emulator if I want to, which is good to know. I think I can go to here to File, Save Snapshot. So that will let me save a snapshot of the entire game. So I don't really need a save game function in the game itself in that case. But of course, if you're playing on an actual Spectrum computer, you would. And it says if there are more than one player, then saving should be done as player 1. So in player 1's turn, then you should save the game. Loading can be done on any player's turn. Okay, so now how do I move here? When it's your turn, you can move around the map. Good. How? Your starting point is randomly chosen on level 1. Alright? Pressing north, south, east, west, up, or down. And if there's no pathway, you will be told there's no pathway. Alright, so let's start moving around here. So I'm guessing I'm right here in the middle of this intersection. So let's press north. No pathway. Okay, so I'm just restarting the game because I was attacked while I was reading the instructions. So I'm just going to start over again so we don't miss anything here. Alright, so here's my new screen for my game. And hopefully I've gotten some better attribute points, although I don't remember what my old ones were, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, so now let's go ahead and start moving around. So here is my location. I'm in the middle of a crossroads. So if I press north, then the map changes. You travel north. Okay, so now I guess I'm here in the corner. And I see my turn counter has incremented here. And it says in the instructions, if you press a direction and there's no pathway, there'll be a message that says no pathway. And so you've wasted your turn. Okay, so you want to make sure, I guess, not to waste your turn by trying to move someplace where you can't go. And it says once you move to the new location, you must defeat any enemies that you might find there. And you must defeat these bad guys to gain anything in that location. Okay, so if I move and I find a bad guy, I need to defeat them in order to do anything, I guess. You'll notice that on levels 1 and 2 there are different terrain types: forest, mountains, marshland, and desert. I'm guessing this is a forest because it looks like trees there, which is cool. I love having very simple graphics being able to represent non-simple things, like a very simple arrow kind of looking graphic like this being used to represent a tree, and then you put a bunch of them together to represent an entire forest. That's one of the cool things about retro games, I think, for me, is you get to use your imagination just from a little indication of a simple graphic like that. Okay, so there's different terrain types. There are no special movement rules for these. Okay, sometimes different terrains obviously have different effects on your ability to move through them. It's only to help you orient yourself on the map. In the netherworld, you'll see a suitably colored asterisk showing where you are relative to the world above. Okay, not sure what exactly that means. There are certain locations on the map where you can benefit from the location, as per fountains, but not benefit again until several turns have elapsed. Okay, so you can go to different locations that might have special things there that will give you a benefit, but some of them, it looks like you can only use them so often. You can't go back and reuse, for example, the fountain over and over again every turn, I guess. At some locations, the benefit is a one-off. Oh, so some benefits you only get once. The Abbey, they're marked as one-offs or periodic below. Okay, so in the instructions, it lists all the different locations and whether they're one-offs or periodic. And so the Abbey, for example, and I'll just show you here. Here are the different locations you could find in levels 1 and 2. The guilds, 10 guilds are scattered on the map. Here you can learn new spells and use in the game. You learn one of 2 spells taught at the particular guild, decided randomly. Okay, that's cool. Towers, there are 4 towers where you can gain experience points, and those are one-offs. The guilds you can reuse periodically because of the P. Towers you can use once. The Abbey gives you extra strength from the bishop. You can use that once. The church you can use once. The priest gives you an eye stone, which I don't know what those do yet. Fountains, you can drink from the water to gain 6 magic points. Okay, so fountains give you magic, which is used to cast spells. Camps, which you can use once. A friendly wizard will teach you a random spell. Cool. Inns, which you can use once. You can be fortified with extra hit points. Castles. These count to your tally of castles visited, which may or may not be in the quest that you chose at the beginning of the game, which is not the quest that I chose. I chose the experience point quest. Cities and towns, they will give you immunity from denizen attack. Plus, as said above, the city is location you must return to after your quest has been accomplished. Okay. Then there's villages. When you visit a village, a villager will tell you the location number of the city. Okay, that's good to know, because I'll need to get back to that city to complete my quest. It is not stated in these rules how many locations there are on each of the 3 levels. It's up to you to work out how the world is constructed. The villagers' enlightening information will only be told once to each player. There's also the pools and the ruins. I'll leave you to discover what they're for. Okay. In level 3, there's a white cave, and I'll maybe read about that later. Objects, there's objects, spells. Okay, all right, so we're down to the spells. Okay, maybe I'll just read about the objects before I go back to the game. All the objects, bar 1, will add to your attributes for the rest of the game. Okay, that's good, so I want to find objects. Apart from the Shield of Kandos, which can be lost in battle to another player, all the objects stay with you until your ultimate death. If you die completely whilst holding the Shield of Kandos, it will be dropped at your final location and subsequently be available to another player who might stumble upon it in their travels. There's another object, the Orb of Whatever, which will show you the location of the White Cave via a flashing number in the corner of the message screen. This will also be shown whenever you select the inventory option from the main menu. Also, the golden eye stone is worth 6 ordinary eye stones and will show in your attributes accordingly. Eye stones are ancient artifacts that are scattered randomly around all levels. So what do eye stones do? So I've just been looking through the instructions and I don't see, unless I'm missing it, anywhere that tells what the eye stones are used for. It just says eye stones are ancient artifacts that are scattered randomly around all levels. Okay, maybe as I'm playing the game I'll figure out what they do, but for now I have no idea. So we'll go back to the game here. All right, so let's start moving around here. Well, I've started already, but let's keep going. So I'll go west. And maybe I should make a map. I don't know. I'll see how this goes. So I'll go west. Blocked path. Why is it blocked? Shouldn't I be able to go west? West is this way, right? Is this west? Yeah. So I can't go west. I'm not sure why. It looks like I should be able to. Let me try east. I shouldn't be able to go east either because there's trees here. No pathway. Okay, so what's blocking my path if I go west? West? Blocked path. Okay, I guess I'll go back south. South. Okay, I'm back at the crossroads. So inventory won't work on this level. Oh, ice stone found. Okay, where's my ice? Okay, here's ice stone 1. I have no idea what ice stones do, and I couldn't see anything about it in the instructions, so hopefully I'll figure out what they do. All right, let's go west from here. You travel west, okay. So the inventory shouldn't work here because it only works on level 3, I believe, but I'm going to press 3 to see what happens. You have nothing. Okay, I'll press 2 for magic. 2 for magic. Which spell? J to T. All right, let's, what do I have? I have J, K, Q, and S. All right, let's take a look at my magic spells here. What do I have? J, K, Q, and S. Yep, that's what I thought I said. Move down here to the end. All right, so J is Mega Jump, teleport up 1 level. K is Path Twist, open up blocked path. Okay, so I need that thing because I just ran into a blocked path. So maybe I'll use that one. So Q, Q is Strong Man, increase strength. And S, make map, make C map of current level. Oh, that might be good to do. S, I have S, right? Map make. So which spell? Let's do S. Spell cast. All right, where's my map? Here comes my map. And I wonder if it's going to show me where I need to go and where I am. Well, it's quite a good sized map. Okay, I'm up there. All right, so where do I need to go though? Okay, I'm not sure where I'm supposed to go. I'm going to just take a screenshot of this map and cheat a little bit. So there we go. I now have a screenshot of the map, and I'll use that if I need to. Okay, so now I'm going to go back north again. Oh, what's happened here? I'm attacked by somebody or other. Do you want to cast magic? What magic do I have? Yeah, let's cast the magic that... I had one that makes me strong, right? Q. I have Q, which says Strong Man, increase strength. And it costs 2 magic points. I have... It looks like I have 8 magic points, so yeah, let's use magic. Do you want to cast magic? I'll press Y. I'm guessing Y is yes. Which spell? Q is Strong Man to increase my strength. My strength is 15, so I'll press Q, see if that goes up. Q. I have Q, right? There's Q, number 1. Q, okay. Maybe it needs to be capital Q. A to I. Oh, I can only cast A to I. So Q is, oh, that's right. Q is a non-combat spell. So I have to choose A to I. Well, I have A, B, and G. So let's see what A, B, and G are. A, no foe, kills denizens, exceptions. Okay, so that will kill him, I guess. What do I have? A, B, and G? Yeah, so A will hopefully kill him. B, wounds Balors. Is he a Balor? He's an ogre. Okay, so that won't help me. And G, fear, foes first calm, rand ineffective. So I'm not sure what C and C means. Oh, combat, non-combat probably. So I can use G, fear. Foes first calm, rand ineffective. Round? Well, let's try G and see what happens. All right. Okay. Which spell? G. Spell cast. What did it do for me? Press C to start combat. All right. C. Oh, here's a combat screen. 37. Sir J smashes ogres and bruises them. Okay, that's good. WR37, MR61. I'm not sure what these WR and MR mean. Roll 2229. Ogres brawl with. Okay. Guess I gotta read quickly here. Ogres slash at Sir J and bruise him. That's no good. Where's my hit points are 10, so I better keep an eye on my hit points here, I think. Ogres bash Sir J and hurt him. Uh-oh. Hit points are down to 3. Killed already. So I'm not sure what these numbers MR and whatever mean. So I've been killed and teleported. Okay. Oh, that's right, I have extra lives here. So my hit points are back up to 15. And where's the extra life thing here? Resurrect is down to 3. So I'm still on level 1. I wonder if my map that I made can help me figure out where I am. So I'm going to try to cheat here a little bit. So it looks like, does this help me to figure out where I am? I guess not, because I could be technically at the bottom of any of these T junctions here. I could be along the bottom row here. So let's move along here. I'll go to the east. East. Oh, what have I found? The city. Oh, I found the city. Where the heck is it, though? Okay. Let's see if I can figure out on my map where it might be. So it's at the right-hand part of a T junction that goes up and down and west, it looks like. Okay, so where could it be? Could be here, maybe. Let's make a little note of that. Oh, that red pen. So maybe it's here. Because I came from the bottom of a T and now I'm at the right hand side of a T, but that could be anywhere, right? So what other, and I probably shouldn't be cheating like this, but that's okay. So I could be here or here, or here. And is that it? I could be, I think that might be it, because I have to go, it's a very specific location. I have to go from the bottom of a T to the right hand side of a T. So I think, and the right hand side of the T goes up and down. So I think that's it. I think these are the only two places I could be, because there's no path going to the right here. So yeah, I'm kind of cheating, but that's okay. All right, so let's what do I need to do here? So I need experience points. My experience is 0. Okay, how many points do I need for my experience point? Let's take a look here for my quest. So the quest number 1, amass 500 experience points. Okay. Well, let's keep going here and see what I need to do. So if I go, let's say north, and then where's my map? I'm going to bring my map back here so I can kind of figure out where I'm going here. So, let's see, can I get both of these on the screen at the same time? Maybe not. So I'll go north. And I'll go north again. Did I move? North again. Okay, so I went north twice and now I'm at a corner. So I think I may be here right now. Change my pen. It's a blue pen. So I think I may be here right now, which means that the city would have been here. City. So I don't know if that's right, but I'll keep that in mind as I travel, and because I'll need to get back there to complete my quest. All right, so I'm going to keep wandering around here and see where it takes me. All right, I'll go west. I'm at a crossroads. I'll go north. Oh, so I have to press, it looks like you have to press a key again after this message comes up here that tells you what happened. You travel north, you have to press a key again to make that go away. So let's say I press N. Okay, so I'm at a crossroad. Oh, I'm attacked by denizens. What kind of denizens? Skeleton. Oh, it even looks like a skeleton. That's cool. Do you want to cast magic? No. I don't think I have any magic I can use anyway. Oh, I should use my magic previously to when I'm not fighting, shouldn't I? So I'll say no. Press C to start combat. All right. Now what happens? So I have 15 hit points. Oh, he has 30 MR. What's MR? So now he's down to 24. Switch the skeletons. Oh, I stunned them. Okay, cool. So I get experience. You dispose of the foe and gain experience. This is kind of cool. So now my experience, where's my experience? 30. Okay, good. So I need 500 to win this quest. This is cool. What's this? Oh, C is castle. C is not city. I thought maybe this C should be 1 now since I found the city, but it's not. It's not C for city. It's C for castle. Okay, cool. Kind of getting into this now. All right. So what I would like is to be able to see that map more often. So it's a good thing I've taken a screenshot of it, but it doesn't show me where I am on the map. So I just have to kind of keep track of where I am as I go along, which now I'm lost. So it's not really helping me. I'm just going to keep going north here. And so it looks like my hit points, well, we'll see when we get another fight here, but the last time a fight came up, it looks like MR is the hit points for the enemy. And let me just, maybe I should read about the battles here so I know what's going on with the battles. It's one of the cool things about retro games. You have to actually read the instructions. All right, combat can be between 2 players or player versus denizen. Denizen is a non-player character, a computer-controlled character. To initiate combat between players, okay, combat against denizens will happen automatically. No need to select the fight option. You will initially be asked if you want to cast magic spell, and then combat ensues. Experience points are earned if you win. Being teleported and losing a resurrection point will happen if you lose, which I figured that out because it happened to me. If you lose, you'll be doing a lot of this. Oh, nice. You'll be resurrected with all your attributes intact, -1 resurrection point, and new hit point will be decided randomly. It could be more or less than your previous incarnation. Oh, that's no good. Well, it might be good, I don't know. Whether it be against fellow wizards or monsters, you are given a WR wizard rating. Okay, so that's what that is. So WR wizard rating, what does this do? This is derived from adding strength, agility divided by 2, blah, blah, blah. I don't need to know the formula for that because I won't remember it anyway. Okay, whatever. So what does the wizard rating do for me? As mentioned above, there is an MR, monster rating. Okay, monster rating is MR, used for combat. The WR and MR are used for determining the number of 1d6 dice. I guess that, I'm assuming that's some Dungeons and Dragons thing that they know about the different sided dice. So 1d6 dice, I guess that's a 6-sided dice, and I'm using one of them, I don't know, that are used to determine outcome. Don't be worried if the WR is less than MR. These ratings are used in different ways to determine dice rolls. So I'm not too interested in dice rolls and this and that. I'm more interested in that message that comes up that says what happened. If I hit the skeleton, if the skeleton hit me, if who was damaged. But it is good to know the relative strength of the two parties that are battling. So I guess MR for the monster rating and a WR for my rating is somewhat indicative of our relative strengths, I guess. I hope. So the combat screen will open up on the right side of the screen, and once initiated, you sit back and watch your fate unfold. Okay, so here's MR, monster rating 38. 1. Not sure what 1 means. Maybe there's one of them. MU badger. Okay, I remember that's a mutated badger. Okay, so you can also run into wizards and sorcerers, denizens. There are 30 of them. Okay, all right. Let's go back to the game now and see what else happens. Yeah, so I need to just keep track of my little cheating map here to figure out where I might be. I'm lost at the moment, so let's keep going north. And my hit points are 15 right now. And actually, why don't I use magic? Because I have some magic spells here that I can't use in battle. So it would be nice if these magic versus, what are they called? The magic spells versus the combat spells versus the non-combat spells. It would be good if they were divided up, like maybe the top row is all non-combat and the bottom row is all combat, for example. But I think A to I are the non-combat spells that I can use now, I think. So let me take a look at my spell list again and see if I can use either of those. So no, actually I think I have it backwards. I think A through I are combat spells. I use those in combat, and J through T are non-combat spells that I could use now. So yeah, I would like to see that probably labeled so I know which ones, even if there's a C or an NC, and I would probably get rid of this extra J, which is a non-combat spell, and so I would just have probably the top row all combat spells, the bottom row non-combat spells, so I don't have to remember where they start and stop. So I can use J, K, and Q right now. So J is Mega Jump, which teleports up 1 level. That might be interesting, but I think I'll save that. K is Path Twist, opens a blocked path. I might need that one. And Q, Strongman, increase strength. Okay, so why don't I use Q and increase my strength? I don't know if that stays increased for the rest of the game, but let's find out. So I'll press 2 here for magic. Which spell? And I want Q for Strongman. And so my STR should go up from 15 to 17. Let's see. Press Q. Not enough magic. Oh, that's right. I need magic points to even execute these spells. That's right. So according to my list here, if we look at Q, Q is Strongman, increases strength by 2 but it costs 4 magic points to use, which I don't even have 4 magic points. I have 2, so I better keep wandering around and see what else I can find. Okay, so I'm going to... I wonder what 5... 5 says wait. So why would you want to wait? Does that increase something? Let me press 5 and see what happens. You wait. Alright, what am I waiting for? Okay, so did anything go up? I'll wait again. So my experience is 30, and my hit points is 15. I'll press wait again and see what happens. Oh no, I'm attacked. Skeletons again. MR 60, that's pretty high. Alright, so what combat spells do I have? So these A through I are combat spells, and I have A and B. So what's A and B? A, kills denizens. B, wounds Balors. So let's try A to kill the denizen. Oh, cost magic 8. I don't have magic 8. So I have to collect magic somehow in this game. So I can't use magic right now because I don't have enough magic points. So I'll say no, I don't want to cast magic. I'll say yes and see what happens if I try to cast one that I don't have enough, that I can't afford. So I'll say A, not enough magic. Okay, that makes sense. C is start combat. So all I can do is just watch the combat unfold here, I guess. Damage-free round. So we both rolled the same. So here I see. So here's the WR and the MR, and here are the rolls. So I roll the top one. They roll the bottom one. So I rolled 23. They rolled 29. Okay, so they rolled higher. Skeleton slash at Sir J and wound him. No good. So let's see. So he's got a lot of points. He's got 60 points. There's no way I'm going to win this one. So so I'm injured. So I just got to watch this play out now. Depressingly, he rolls. Okay, he won me 29 to 19, and I'm dead, and I'm teleported. Yeah. So the instructions did warn that I'm going to get killed a lot. So we'll see how far I get in this game. I have 2 resurrections left now, and now I don't know where I am at all. So let me go, I don't know. Let's go west. So my path west is blocked. All right, so luckily I have, I have a spell that unblocks the path, right? I have J, K, and Q, and one of these should unblock the path. Well, maybe I should go invisible. I don't have that. I have J, which is mega jump. Teleport up 1 level. That costs 7, which I don't have. K opens up a blocked path. Okay, that one I can use, but it costs 4, which I don't have. And Q is strongman, which I also don't have 4. So I can't do anything magic-wise until I get more magic. So all I can do is walk around. So let's go, I don't know, south. You travel south. And what's happening now? See menu. We'll go south again. Turns 20. Oh, travel south. I'm attacked again, not the skeleton. Please don't be the skeleton. What the heck is that? Giant ticks. Oh, nice. Well, so I guess there's 2 of them. So you can be attacked by multiple enemy units simultaneously, I guess. MR 57, monster rating 57. Well, I'm probably not going to survive this one. No, I won't cast magic because I can't afford it. So we'll press C to start the combat and see how long it takes me to die this time. Giant ticks. Oh, I won 26 to 21. Sir J bashes giant ticks and hurts them. Good. 31 to 52. 29 to 23. Swoop on giant ticks and harms them. Oh, good. So there's still 2 of them. I wonder if that goes down to 1 if I kill one of them. 20. Oh, I'm winning this one. Brawls with giant ticks and harms them. Oh, look, they're dropping fast. These ticks are dropping like flies. Oh, they won 1. Swish at Sir J and wound him. How much did they wound me? Hit points 5. Holy cow. Does it say how much they get wounded? I only have 5 hit points left. Damage-free round, so I better get lucky in this one. Come on. Kill those ticks. 16-7. Oh, fights giant ticks and bruises them. Okay, good. But how much damage am I giving? Well, they're 26 now. And I won again. So now they're 14. It would be cool if it said how much damage was inflicted during the battle. So, and okay, good. I won. MR 0. You despise the foe and gain experience. So I'm not sure what this number here means. Actually, it says in the instruction what this number means. So let me just check the instructions again and see what that number means. So one thing I just noticed in the instructions, as we took a look at before, it says you'll notice that on levels 1 and 2 there are different terrain types: forest, mountains, marshland, and desert. There are no special movement rules for these. It's only to help you orientate yourself on the map. So it would be good if the map actually showed the different terrain types. Then I could at least get an idea what section of the map I'm in based on the terrain that I'm seeing on my little mini portion of the map in the game. But so that's just one thing I noticed, and I'll go ahead and keep reading to see if I can figure out what that number next to the enemy's picture means. Alright, so I couldn't find... I thought I had seen that somewhere. Anyway, no matter. Let's just keep going on here, and we'll go west, blocked path. Okay, so I don't have enough magic to unblock the path. And I see I'm in... What are the different types of terrain there are here? Okay, so here it is here. It would be nice if there was maybe a title here that said terrain types. You'll notice that on levels 1 and 2 there are different terrain types: forest, mountain, marshland, and desert. So this looks like probably desert because there's no trees for the forest. Forest, marshland, mountain, and desert. So that's cool, but it doesn't show me on my mini map where those different areas are, so I don't know how much that really helps me. Unless I make my own map, which is kind of defeats the purpose of having an in-game map. So anyway, let's just keep walking around and see what we can do. So I can't go west because the path is blocked. We'll go south. And I'm still in the desert. Travel south, okay. Now I'm at the bottom, I guess. I'll go west. West. So you have to wait a bit, it looks like, before you can actually... Paladin's Guild. You are attacked by denizens. So the guild will... I can't afford magic, so the guild will, I think, teach me new skills. That's a cool little build. You can see in these old retro graphics how very simple graphics give you a hint. You really have to use your imagination. Say, okay, that looks like a guild, and then you can picture a guild in your mind. Alright, so I don't want to use magic. He has a monster rating of 33. My hit points is 5. How do I get more hit points in this game? I think I must have to find objects. No, I don't want to use magic because I don't have any. C to start combat, and now I die. I should probably save the snapshot, which I'm going to do right now. Oh, I guess saving a snapshot in the middle of a battle is not really going to help me, is it? Okay, so I won. I hurt them. Magic rating 23. So my wizard rating is 24, but my hit points are 5. I bruised the zombie. And I won again. I injured the zombie. Are they dead yet? No. This should do it. Yep. Monster rating 0. So I won. Nice. You disposed of the foe and gain experience. Experience 120. Okay, so my experience is going up. I might win this quest after all. You learn the giant leap spell because I'm in a guild, so I learned a spell. What does the giant leap spell do? Let's take a look. Giant leap. Where's giant leap? Oh. T, giant leap. Teleport up 2 levels. It costs 9, so I don't have any magic, so I can't do anything with that spell anyway. How do I get more hit points? Maybe if I wait. I'll press 5 for wait. And these, probably another suggestion would be, instead of using numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it might be cool to have letters, although we're already using north, south, NSEWUD for the direction, so maybe it's good to have numbers instead. Anyway, alright, so let me wait. I'll press 5. Hopefully my hit points will go up. You wait. Don't attack me, anyone. Shouldn't I be safe in a city? My hit points are still 5. I'll go west. So what, I'm not sure what waiting does. What's this? Pool. You travel west. Okay, I traveled west. Pool. What does the pool do? I don't know. See menu. All right, I see the menu. I'm at a pool. Did it do anything? I don't know. So I'll press, I don't know, north. Because I remember reading something in the book again, and again I'll go back to the book, see what I can find here. It said something about a pool, and I'm just going to search for a pool instead of, okay, there's only right here. There's also the pools and the ruins. I'll leave you to discover what they're for. So I encountered a pool, but I still have no idea what it's for, unless I missed a message somewhere. All right, let's go north again. And this must be pool, another pool. Not sure what the pool is doing, but okay, so I'm attacked by skeletons. And it says 2 again. Is that, are skeletons always number 2, or there's 2 skeletons? No, I don't want to cast magic because I don't have any magic. C to start combat. See, oh, I should have saved a snapshot of this. I'll have to do this all over again. Well, yeah, I'm not going to survive this one. Probably dead now, am I? No. Hit points 4. Hit points 1. So I have 1 hit point left, and I'm almost dead. And I won that one, so now they're down to MR43. And I lost, and I'm dead. So now I'm dead and teleported. So now I have 14 hit points now, and I'm in a marshland. This looks like marsh. I'm guessing that's a marsh. But again, I don't know where that is on the map, so I'm just going to save a snapshot of this. And I still have no idea what the pools are doing for me or what these stones are for. It says objects will increase my attribute points, but I don't know what the stones do. Alright, so I'm going to go west. Blocked path. And I don't have enough magic to use my unblocked path, so I'll go north. North. It takes a bit of time to be able to press the selection key, so I traveled north. Maybe I can go west now. West. Oh, what's this? Fountain. You travel west, so this should increase my magic. You gain magic. So, okay, so now I have 8 magic. Good, no, so now I can do something. So my non-combat spells are here. J, K, Q, and T. Which again are Mega Jump, Open Blocked Path, Strongman, or Giant Leap. So do I want to... Oh, I can't afford Giant Leap because it costs 9. I only have 8 magic points. It's too bad. I'd like to teleport up 2 levels and see what the top level looks like. But I can't afford Mega Jump. Teleport up 1 level. That costs 7. Do I want to do that or should I save it? Maybe I'll save it for my next battle. Okay, let's keep going west here. You travel west, and I'm attacked. Okay, now it's time for magic. Skeletons, 1. So maybe that means there's 1 skeleton attacking me. Do you want to cast magic? Yes, I do. Which spell? So now I can A to I. So I have A, B. That's all I have is A and B. And I think I want A, right? So A kills denizens, and it costs magic 8. All right, so let's use A and kill these skeletons. Which spell? A. Spell cast. You dispose of the foe and gain experience. Okay, so now I now have eye stone found. Okay, what does the eye stone do for me? I still don't know. Okay, so maybe that's is it a quest? I don't think this eye stone has anything to do with a quest, does it? Let me just find my quests again. Amass 500 experience points, visit the White Cave, acquire Shield of Kando, slay the death, find 2 of the 4 castles. Yeah, I have no idea what these eye stones do. The priest gives you an eye stone at the church. Maybe it's under objects. So where's the objects? Okay, objects. The golden eye stone is worth 6 ordinary eye stones, and it will show in your attributes accordingly. All right. Eye stones are ancient artifacts that are scattered randomly around all levels. So what do? Are they listed here somewhere? Okay. Okay, well, I don't know what eye stones do, but let's just keep going here. See if we can get anywhere further. So I'll go west. You travel west. Keep going west. Eye stone found. Okay. So down here it says ESA 1, and then this thing, which I guess is the eye stone, is 3. So what do these mean again? A lot of reading in the manual for this game. So where are the attributes? Where are these attributes? There were attributes. I know they're listed here somewhere. Maybe there should be a heading called attributes. Maybe there is, and I'm just not seeing it. Okay, here. Yeah, so here we need a title called attributes, so I can easily find this thing. At the left of the screen are your attributes. Magic, strength, agility, experience, resurrection, hit point, blah, blah, blah. ESA, eye stone adds. Okay, for every 2 eye stones found, shown below, you will gain 1 ESA. More on that later. Okay. Attributes can change in various ways. More on ESA. So if I find 2 eye stones, I get 1 ESA point. And what does ESA do? It said more on that later. So let me search for ESA. See what the heck ESA does for me. Okay. Okay, here we go. Whether it be against fellow wizards or monsters, you are given a WR wizard rating. Oh, it's part of this calculation for battle. This is derived from adding strength, AGI, agility divided by 2, experience divided by 250, hit points, and ESA. Okay. Divisions are rounded down. For example, experience of 249, blah, blah. So, I guess that's all it tells me about ESA, is it's used somehow in the calculation for fighting. Well, it's used in my wizard rating, which is used in combat. Okay, so somehow the eye stones are helping me to. So if I find 2 eye stones, it increases my ESA, and that somehow helps me in battle. That's what I've been able to figure out from the instructions. Okay, so my experience is 150. So in order for me to castle, you travel west. So I found a castle. Oh look, my castle counter went up. Maybe I should have taken the castle quest, Because my experience quest doesn't seem to be really going anywhere. I'm going to go north. I guess not. I'm going to go my blocked path. I'm going to go south. South. Okay, east. I'm attacked again. I have no magic. I have 14 hit points. What's this thing? A bird. R-O-C, rock. I guess a rock is a bird. No, I don't want to cast magic because I don't have any magic points. Press C to start combat. Alright, so a lot of walking around, a lot of battling things, a lot of finding things. And I won that one, and now their magic, or their monster rating is down to 23. And I won, it's down to 7. I win again, and they're dead. So the sound effects are simple but effective. Okay, so I gained experience. My experience is 183, so I only got, what, about 30 some odd points for that battle. It's going to take a while for me to get up to 500 experience points, particularly since I don't know how I can increase my hit points, and eventually I'm going to die. There must be a way to increase it though, so I'm just going to keep walking around. And it would be nice if I could get to a different level at some point. Just keep going north. Travel north, okay. Maybe I'll go east. And a map would definitely help. I have no idea where I am in the map other than I'm in a marshland. So yeah, when it prints, like I've said before, when it prints the little mini map, it should show you, well, it would be helpful if it were to show you what the terrain type is in the different areas of the map. Fountain. Is this the same fountain, or is it going to give me something? No. I think I'm just going around in circles now. I'm not sure where I need to go now. I'm just going to keep going until I find maybe something else of interest here. Otherwise, I think we have a pretty good idea of at least the basics of the interface for this game and how it works. And we've seen some battles, but there's a lot more to this game than what I've seen so far, I'm sure, because I haven't even gotten out of level 1. So I have gargoyles, and I guess there's 2 of them. No, I don't want to cast magic. C for combat. And we'll see if I either die or if I gain more hit points or more experience. So I lost that one. My hit points are down to 3, so I don't think I'm going to survive one more round. We'll see. Oh, even. 22 to 22. All right, let's see the next one. And I lost. So I'm dead. I have 1 resurrection. Oh, I have no resurrections left. Oh, I'm not dead. I'm still alive. I have 1 more shot at this. So now I have 16 hit points. Let's just go north. Oh, let's go east. Let's go east. East. Monk's Guild. Did I get any spells for this? Oh, I learned the more magic spell. Cool. What's a more magic spell? Let's take a look. More magic right here. Increase magic points 5 net. So magic points. So it costs 3. It says 5 net. So I'm going to spend 3 magic points to increase my magic by 5, it looks like. So let's try that. M. Alright, so I learned more magic spell. Good, let's use it. Menu, so I'll say 2 for magic. What spell? M. So right now my magic is 0. Oh, I don't even have enough magic points to use the spell, which increases my magic points. Okay, so I think this game isn't going to last too much longer. I'll just see if I can keep moving here. I'll go east. I'm back. So I guess this is mountains now. This is zigzaggy pattern must be mountains. I'll go north. I'll go east. No, maybe I'll go west. And you have to wait a little bit, it looks like, before you can enter the next instruction. Fountain. Is this the same fountain I was at before? Oh, again, magic. Okay, so now I have, all right, now I have 6 points of magic. Now I can use this more magic spell to increase my magic even more. So I'll press 2. Which spell? M for more magic. Spell cast. Huh? Oh, okay. So my magic is now up to 11. Okay, cool. So what other spells can I do? So I have J, K, Q, and T. And I think now I should be able to make this giant leap. Yep. Teleport up 2 levels. Cost 9. Let's do that and see what there is 2 levels up. So I'll press T. No, I'll press 2 for magic. Which spell? T. You need to be in the netherworld to use this. Why? Oh, is the netherworld down? So level 1 is the top level? Oh, maybe the netherworld is on level 3, and maybe that's down, and I'm trying to jump up. So I've wasted my magic points. Okay. I thought somehow I was thinking level 3 would be above me. So the netherworld, I thought it was 2 levels above me, but I guess it's 2 levels below me. Okay, so we'll just keep traveling on here. I forget which way I'm going, east or west. Okay, blocked. I'll go south. And so you really have to think about what you're doing in this game, when you're going to use your magic, what you're going to spend it on. This is probably the same monk's guild that I encountered before. I don't think it's going to give me anything, because there's a time limit or how many times you can use it or something. Travel west. I think I'm just going around in circles now. I'm totally lost. I've had 53 turns. Travel west. I'll keep going west. I'm still in the mountains. Travel west. Keep going west. West. Not encountering any enemies or interesting things at the moment. So turn 56, blocked path. Okay, north. North. You travel north. Okay, nothing there. North. Blocked path. So I'm blocked north now. So I'll go south, I guess. So it's a little slow to respond. Actually, I'm going to bump up the speed here and then get moving along a bit faster here. CPU speed, let's try 28 megahertz and get moving here. So south, travel south. Oh yeah, that's better. So use this on an emulator and bump up the speed. Otherwise, you're going to be walking around a long time. Do you want to cast magic? No. Let's see how the combat looks at 28 megahertz. Yep. All right. So that that speeds things up a bit. Okay, cool. Now I want to see a map. I can't afford a map. So. Okay, I'm just going to keep walking around. Now, blocked south. Oh, what's this? Mary Down. And I didn't wait long enough to see what it did for me. So, yeah. Another suggestion would be to make it so that when you're playing this game on a emulator at higher speed, which I definitely would to speed things up, then if the messages could stay on the screen until you press a key, then that would be good. Then I could see what's happening before they disappear. So I don't know what Mary Down does, but I'll go... Actually, I think it said that in the instructions, did it? I'm just going to check it out. No, I guess it... yeah, I don't know what Mary Down does. I'll just keep wandering around here. South, 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 west. I'm attacked by a wizard. Oh, wizard. What's he going to do? Maybe I'll lower the speed a bit so I can see what's happening here. Emulation CPU speed 14 megahertz. Okay. No, I don't want to cast magic because I don't have any. I lose. I win. My hit point is 0. Sir J, you are completely dead. Seems you're all dead. Press P to play again. Okay. So I didn't survive my first attempt at Return to Long Shadows, but it's a cool little game. So let's go back to my other big screen and we'll do a final wrap-up. Alright, so there we have a look at Return to Long Shadows by Martin Page. Homebrew game that looks pretty cool if you like role-playing games and adventure-type games, and you like wandering around and finding monsters and fighting monsters and finding objects and discovering things. And this game looks like it's going to take a long time to complete probably any of the quests, even the simplest one for me. I didn't survive even my first battle, but there are a lot of elements to this game, a lot of different enemies, a lot of different objects you can find, many locations to visit, and it looks like a cool little game that you might want to check out. Go and visit itch.io and download it if you like. Leave a donation if you find the game fun. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.